What's going on, everybody? It's Josh here with Zero Gravity, and I got something special for you today. We're going to be talking about MVIS, Microvision. And no, this is not your mom and dad's eyeglass store. This is a cutting-edge, state-of-the-art technology development company, and today their stock went parabolic, finishing the day up 47.13%. That is absolutely mind-blowing. Now, when you dig in here and you start looking around at what happened today and why it took this huge jump here, a lot of it is based off of what I believe to be social media marketing. Now, this was extremely shorted stock just based on a lot of hype and stuff around the company. It has a lot of followers, a lot of support people out there that absolutely love this company. And I'll explain all of those reasons why here shortly. And I'll also explain a lot more about what I think this stock is doing and where it's going. But before we do that, can you please hit that like button? And if you haven't already subscribed, if you like everything financial, everything to do with the stock market, please hit that subscribe button so I can bring my content directly to you next time. Now, getting back into it here, Microvision had a significant amount of short interest as based on, the Reddit hype and stuff pushing the stock up. I believe it was the #1 most talked about over the weekend. Bringing it up to a little over 20% of short interest. Now, we have earnings right around the corner here. It looks like on the 29th of April. And this is extremely significant as far as timing goes. There's a few factors to come in with earnings because based on a short squeeze or anything like that, they're expecting an earnings forecast of -2 cents, per share. This could be absolutely, crazy if they came in and somehow had a positive earnings or even a little bit of a beat based on the short interest that's already there, as we've seen multiple times. A lot of times when these guys come in and short, if they're shorting here at, $10, $11, $12, they're actually going to double and triple down here at the $26. So expect the short interest to drastically increase, I think, over the next few days here, especially going into earnings. Based on the fundamentals of the company, there's not much to discuss. I'm not going to lie to you guys. There's no reason I would buy it based on fundamentals. But like I said, this is a cutting edge technology company. So we're not basing any of our judgments or anything based on current earnings or forecast into the future. This is something that we have to base on the information of what technology they're making. And do we think that it can go crazy? Do we think this technology can take over the world? Do we think it can change the world? Do you think it can make us a ton of money in the future? So let's jump into what they do, a little bit about them, and then I'll get back into some more of the information on it. So looking here quick at Microvision's website, you'll see they're a big cutting edge technology as far as better ways to interact and navigate in an increasingly complex and connected world. They specialize in a lot of touch sense technology. So they use a lot of projection engines. And this is one of the biggest things that makes their company stand out is they're trying to make almost like computer-like software and stuff that you can actually project the images or the display onto items, and then you can actually just touch it and interact with it with your fingers. Now, this is absolutely crazy and absolutely game-changing. This could be a huge improvement for a lot of people as far as computers go and just being able to take this technology with you places. The other big thing is their LiDAR systems. LiDAR stands for light detection and ranging. So it might sound extremely familiar because if you've been in any kind of smart driving technology vehicle, they all have it. Now, this is the future. Every car is trying to find ways and stuff to go into self-driving, and as far as aerial vehicles too. So if they can create a better system, a faster system, anything like that, then they could easily, entertain a buyout for that specific patent or that specific equipment from companies like Toyota, Tesla, Honda, anybody like that. Or they also have the opportunity where they could allow these companies to use it and receive a royalty based on the number of units they sell or produce. Or they could just sell straight to the company, which is always a great option there. Now, their most recent investor presentation is a little bit old. This is from November 2019. So you can see kind of where the company came from and where it began, but not exactly where it is now. So like I said, it's a lot of the projection style equipment, interactive with your fingers and stuff. And right now in the world we're living in, where we're getting away from touching the touch screens and trying to do away with that kind of stuff to prevent the spread of COVID and stuff like that, this could be increasingly popular, especially in situations where you can project this onto something that can easily be changed or replaced. Like imagine your placemats at McDonald's and Burger King and stuff. They used to put the paper insert inside of the middle there for you to put your food on, and then you just throw that away and it'd throw away all your ketchup and everything, and then they would clean it and put a new one in there. Now imagine the same thing only for this. When you go up to the counter to check out and stuff like that, they have your display of what you're buying or whatever you're wanting to order there. And then when you leave, they just throw away that piece of paper and put a new piece of paper down. Automotive LiDAR, they've been into it for years and they continually are improving it. I think this is by far one of the most interesting sides of their business model for me. And I think it will definitely be one of probably the most lucratives. Another side I wanted to get into and just take a look at is the investor or institutional ownership. As you can see, there was actually quite a few purchases today, 128,000, 25,000, 208,000. But before that, it was pretty slow and kind of dwindled out here. But there's a lot of big names, and usually these big names don't invest in companies that they don't have some kind of conviction in. So when you take a look at some of these companies that have been buying the shares up, here's 1 million shares almost just right here with Fidelity, huge company. Actually, this 132 here puts it over 1 million. And you go back, and what I found interesting is back here at the end of March, Susquehanna and Invesco both, you know, with 1 million share purchases. So something happened here in the end of March that definitely gained their interest. And then you can see Vanguard had picked up 4 million as well. And from what I could see, they haven't sold any of these. They have another 2 million here. There's a lot of big companies. JP Morgan Chase, that's a very small amount there, but still they're getting in and getting interested in it. You have Citadel shorting it, of course. And I imagine that's who we're trying to fight here on this battle. Citadel, did I say that right? Citadel? Anyways, there's a lot of institutions picking up this company. So there's definitely something that has gained their interest, gained their conviction to where they'd be willing to put this kind of money into it at these prices. These aren't the lowest prices it's ever been. These are by far probably the highest. As we can look here, this thing was trading at $1.25. It's absolutely insane. Now, when all those institutionals started buying it, if we look here, it was already on its way up. So they're already paying good money for this company. There's March right there. End of March, right here on the bottom of this dip is when they were buying it. So they're buying it here at $11, $12. So there's definitely some strong support there, I think, from the institutions. Now, this huge squeeze that we had today, I don't know if that will continue on or not. I don't want to lie to you or anything like that. But I think based on earnings, it's definitely one to watch and one to play, as if they have a better than expected earnings or any kind of earnings blowout or any kind of great news, future projections, contracts with Microsoft, contracts with, you know, Tesla, Toyota, something like that, then you could definitely see this thing absolutely go parabolic. Just a few things I think you should keep in mind when playing it. The company itself is great. They have a great vision. I recommend you go and check out their website, check out some of their information, see what your thoughts are. I definitely think it is a high interest field that they're in, and I definitely think it's some cutting edge technology that could definitely change the way we run our lives on a day-to-day basis. Now, like I said, this is a little bit different than what I've been doing. It's not my baby Palantir, but I wanted to bring you some information on it, talk to you a little bit about it, give you some of my thoughts and opinions. Like I said before, if you enjoy the content, please hit the like, subscribe button. I appreciate it very much. I'm almost at 500 subscribers. You guys are absolutely amazing. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'll see you next time.